Can women use Trenbolone? Despite having the reputation of being the strongest anabolic steroid in the world, women athletes and bodybuilders rarely consider using Trenbolone. That's because Trenbolone's risk-reward ratio is skewed largely towards risk. It's not a very female-friendly compound with an androgenic rating of 500. Or so we have been made to believe by repeated threads on popular message boards that talk about how they could turn you into a man by the time they end a Tren Ace cycle. No matter how desperate a woman is to push beyond her genetic limits, no one would want to grow a beard and sound like a man. The question is, how many women who write these threads have actually run a Tren Ace cycle? Having worked with women who have run multiple cycles of Tren Ace, we can safely say that a lot of the stigma that surrounds Trenbolone is exaggerated. Here's what you can expect from your first Trenbolone cycle. Strength. Week 2 onwards. Most women report adding at least 40 to 50 pounds to their main lifts. Some even surpassed their 1 RM by 50 to 70 pounds. That's a lot of strength in just 8 weeks. However, we would never recommend that you do a Trenbolone cycle purely to gain strength. There are much safer compounds that allow you to gain a lot of strength without much risk. Maybe not as dramatic, but definitely safer. Muscle mass. Week 2 onwards. The general consensus is that Trenbolone shines in a cut, as there is no better compound that allows you to preserve lean muscle. That's true. However, Trenbolone is also an excellent bulking compound. Its nutrient partitioning effect will allow you to make full use of every calorie and macronutrient that you consume. Your nitrogen retention will be at its peak, so will protein synthesis. If you can eat a tad above your maintenance, you can make some great gains on the cycle. Vascularity. Week 2 onwards. If you have never experienced roadmap vascularity before, this is your ticket to it. The veins will just pop as the Tren drains out the water and dries your muscle. You will start to notice muscle striations even in places where they were invisible. I have seen some women cringe at an overly vascular physique, but if that's something you yearn for, then you've just found one of the best compounds for it. Pumps. Week 1 onwards. The pumps will be unlike anything that you've ever experienced. Think of it like walking around with your muscles flexed all day. It typically lasts for a couple of weeks after your cycle, so if you want to get jacked for the holidays, now is the time. Fat loss. Week 2 onwards. Trenbolone is one of the only anabolic steroids that burns fat while it builds muscle. You will definitely lean out at the waist. If you are at a low body fat percentage, you'll get abs by the time you're done with this.